Okay, so I've been inspired by Pine Power, Long Island to talk about public transportation issues. And this is a video I wanted to do because he's been talking about how Nice Bus stinks, but I need to talk about how the New York City subway system stinks. So we're going to divide it into 5 categories on why they stink. 1, how crappy the stations are. 2, trash. 3, homeless. 4, sick passengers. And 5, delays overall. Number 1, stations stink, okay? My station, Union Turnpike in Kew Gardens, it looks like it's the 1970s down there. And that's the closest station I can get to if I need to get to an express subway, because the 7 train's local and the M and R are local. And I'm not anywhere near the M and the R trains. So, the idea that you're going to make us feel that we don't need an updated station, that's just bad. That's just plain awful. And it's 2017. Can we at least get air conditioning or heat down there? I'm sorry, this is 2017. Things are supposed to be better, not worse down there. So, there's number 1. Number 2, which will transition into number 3, is trash. People are literally throwing their trash onto the subway tracks. And it is a nightmare. One time I'm at Rockefeller Center, and this is at their station. I'm waiting for my train, and there's a rat on the tracks. So you know what happens when you leave trash laying all over your apartment building. They cause rats. Same thing with the subways. So, it's ridiculous to be even thinking that they would clean up the trash. They have made an effort before. They have those sweeping machines, and I have seen it clean once in the past year. But after that, it gets crappier and crappier because people litter onto the tracks. And it causes train fires. So please note that. And it transitions into the homeless. They actually leave their trash on the tracks. They actually do that. It's not good. It's not good at all. And then they have the nerve to lay down on 3 or 4 subway seats, and then they stink up the whole car in general. They could at least get soap for what soap is nowadays. What is it, like $5, $8 to get soap at Rite Aid or CVS? Ugh. If they're even going to homeless shelters, they should at least have the right to take a shower. So, have some consideration if you're homeless in New York City and want to take the subways. I know you guys need mass transit, but yeah. Go to number 4 right now, sick passengers. They are causing the problem too with the delays, which transitions into number 5, because they don't have any common sense to not board the train when they're sick. And it causes a whole backup. So, yeah, that's another reason. And then number 5, delays overall. Delays overall. My train pulls up slowly on the F line on Union Turnpike. Every single time I have to wait for it. The E train just comes on fast on the other track. That's one delay. The problem is it's the annoying emergency track work that causes people to be late to wherever they need to go. And then, in this quick video, it shows when an electrical problem happens, it screws up the whole lines. Or it screws up the entire system. So here it is.
The effects of a power outage at one station this morning are still being felt tonight, and the frustration came out loud and clear on social media. Photos and video show packed platforms and overflowing subway cars, and the problems are not over yet.
CBS 2's Alice Gaynor live at the station in Midtown where the problems began at 53rd and 7th. Alice.
Maurice and Christine, the station here at 53rd and 7th remains closed this evening, and trains are bypassing this area here. They've brought in temporary generators to restore power to the signal system, but they're still working on the initial issue here, trying to figure that out and make those repairs. Not only are commuters fed up, but Governor Cuomo has now issued an immediate investigation into all of this. This evening's commute brought to you by generators. After a nightmarish morning, people were greeted by yellow tape at 53rd and 7th this evening.
Yesterday closed.
Get to work late and just
And now you're getting home late.
And I'm getting home late. What a Friday.
This morning around 7:30, a power outage left this D train stuck in the tunnel at 53rd and 7th. Hundreds were packed inside. This E train stopped with one car at the station platform, so riders were able to exit through that car. Others sat in the dark with nowhere to go. Some waited a couple of hours. And just look at all of the people crowding platforms. The outage meant a loss of signals, escalators, communications, and station lighting, and had a ripple effect throughout the system. At least 11 lines were affected. A Con Ed spokesman says one of its electrical lines triggered the outage. We asked him why this happened.
We know that there's some equipment on our side of the street that needs to be repaired. Why it failed, we don't know yet, but we'll find out. We have to get to the bottom of what would cause the equipment failure. Equipment does fail from time to time, and what you have is service lines and fuses and other equipment that serves the city subway system, specifically in this case the signals, and it goes through that train station.
Not okay, tweeted Governor Cuomo. Con Edison's equipment failure during rush hour this morning is unacceptable. The subway system is the lifeblood of New York City. He directed the Department of Public Service and the MTA to conduct an immediate investigation. For now, everyone just trying their best to navigate home. This street food vendor doubled as a guide for many. So not only are you selling hot dogs and sodas here, but you're also directing traffic.
The people for directions.
So that's what happens when Con Edison screws up the system. Causes more delays, and it basically makes us even more frustrated as subway riders. And FYI, the man who you saw from Con Edison, I actually happen to be friends with his son, which I'm not going to get into, but boy. If I have to give, actually one more reason I forgot to add earlier. Number 6, miscommunication. This has happened to me before on multiple occasions, and this is where it transitions into delays overall. When somebody's not telling us where our trains are, it causes even more headaches. Once I was at the Union Turnpike station trying to get the F train to get to Rockefeller Center, and what's even more of a joke is there was a passenger who fell onto the tracks at Hillside 169 station, and they had to do some service delays because of it after they were sitting on the PA. So there were a lot of Jamaica-bound trains terminating at that station, Kew Gardens Union Turnpike. And I was wondering, where was the F train? Because I saw 2 or 3 E trains going on the same line where the F train's supposed to be on a different line. Turns out we had to wait 25 minutes just to get onto the F train that day. So, yeah, miscommunication. So they give the MTA a grade right now for their subway system is a big F-. The following 6 reasons: sick passengers, homeless, crappy subway stations, trash all over the track, delays, and miscommunication. Again, I'm going to repeat it so that way the MTA gets a clear message. So let's say it again. Crappy stations, trash, homeless, delays, sick passengers, and miscommunication. That's 6. The only reason why I'm doing it is because I want to send a message to the MTA that this is enough. And it gives everybody a headaches. And if Con Edison's watching this video, especially my friend's father, because he knows this channel by now, be careful not to screw up the system. That's all I'm going to say. Because one power outage clearly causes a bigger headache for everyone. So that's where I'm going to end the video. Once again, I'm just annoyed, and I had to come out and say how bad the subways have gotten. Because I want to be here to make sure I keep the fight going to improve the subways. That's the bottom line. Comment below if you agree or disagree. I'm probably going to get a lot of people who agree. And, till next time, take care.